So CodePink's curated trips to China weaponize state-sanctioned narratives to sanitize authoritarianism and gaslight the American public regarding severe human rights abuses. And it's funded by Shanghai-based tech mogul Neville Roy Singham. We told you this name many times. This is why you should keep remembering this name, Neville Roy Singham. These are excursions. These excursions serve as a well-financed foreign influence operation designed to weaken domestic U.S. unity. That's their goal. And returning activists aggressively lobby to strip defense aid from democratic allies like Taiwan, while actively trying to delay and disrupt critical U.S. technological advancements, including AI and stuff like that, and then other forms of technology. So, by the way, this whole anti-AI stuff that you see on the left and also the woke right is also, I think, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Chinese funded as a way to cut funding for AI and basically hold United States back. So when you see a lot of AI hate on the left and the far right, is I think it's Chinese funded, CCP funded. Oh, Jeffrey's agreeing with me on that. Yeah.
I'd also like to point out that a lot of these people are very hypocritical about their support for Muslims when these people have the Uyghurs that are being organ harvested, especially detainees in Xinjiang and other Turkic Muslims. They also do organ, like, as far as the evidence shows, right? This isn't, we don't have like proof, but we have a lot of evidence that they've been doing this organ harvesting to the Falun Gong and to Tibetans. Those are their usual victims. So this is something to look at. These people are barbaric. And you have to understand that when a state is this large and this organized, the way that they can use that power is gruesome. This is gruesome stuff, and a lot of people have talked and shown a lot of evidence. Like I'm saying, there's a difference between proof and evidence, so I'm not like trying to make a very specific claim, but there is a lot of evidence that there are organ harvesting and organ transplant things that are statistically almost impossible. There are many books written about this. I'll try to search for a book specifically that I saw recently about this that I want you guys to know about. But this is disgusting. This is terrible. And these people are hypocrites. They care about the gays, but not the ones in Gaza. They care about the Muslims, but not the ones in China. They care about women, but not the ones in Iran. So these people are all a bunch of hypocrites. The only thing they care about is furthering their political goals. That's all they care about. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Shauna. Shauna had something to say to this. Go ahead, Shauna.
Just a real quick. Okay, you can hear me. There's a couple of things I do agree with Armin that there's probably some CCP funding going on, so I'm not disputing that. Just to clarify. However, I also want to add to that that there's a class factor going on, which is that there's a lot of these overeducated kind of upper middle class people who are now downwardly mobile. They haven't been. They've gone through universities, they have these degrees, and because of the AI revolution, they're now downwardly mobile. They're no longer competitive. And they're pretty salty about it. They're bitter, they're bitching about it, they're not happy. Yeah, they're salty. And then on top of that, there are other groups of people who just let me get this out, and then Armin can. Sorry, there's other groups of people who just don't like AI buildings and hubs. They find it to be an eyesore. They just don't like it. They're not glued into the economic realities. They're just seeing buildings go up in their environment and they just don't like it. So some of that is organic. I'm not denying the CCP aspect. I'm just pointing out that there's organic elements that we should be aware of. That's all.
So yeah, not only I don't deny the organic elements. In fact, the CCP and other anti-American actors, they don't come and create narratives from scratch in a vacuum. They go and find something that is already somewhat existing, and they basically throw salt in the wounds. That's how they always operate. That's and I know you said you're not negating what I'm just saying. I just want to say that this actually confirms that this actually is completely in line with how, I don't know, the Islamic propaganda, the CCP propaganda, Russian propaganda. It doesn't make sense for you to come, and when you're trying to divide a society, you don't come, and it doesn't make sense for you to build something from scratch. You see some of the you try to find something that is making people upset, and then you basically become a catalyst and try to use that as a form of dividing people, and also to fund something that stops progress. So yeah, for sure, like, there is some organic element to it, but that's what the CCP is taking advantage of.
Yes, I also agree that they do take, I think we spoke about a book on them taking advantage of these people. Like, I was thinking it was a No Limit Warfare or something we discussed yesterday. I wanted to not on books. I told you the guys that I'd find the book. The book I was talking about is Kill to Order: China's Organ Harvesting Industry and the Nature of America's Biggest Adversary by Jan Jekliek, covered by Hudson Institute. This goes into a lot of data. Like the thing I saw about this book, the interviews, and what I got to see about it is that it goes into a lot of specific data that make it statistically impossible to have this be just accidents. Oh, someone had an accident. Let's get his organs. No, 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 no. It's provable statistically. That's what's going on here. There are other books. There's the Xinjiang procedure by Ethan Gutman, and Bloody Harvest by David Kilgore and David Matas. So there's a lot of books out there on this. You guys, we can look into the data. Data is our friend when it comes to these things. And I just wanted to put that out there. Now, to add on to this topic, we have Jeff. Go ahead, Jeff.
Armin, I'm right proud of you. So it's very true. The Chinese Communist Party, Putin, any actor, they don't have to create an issue. They can just amplify organic issues while simultaneously funding both sides of that issue because those adversaries don't want a resolution, right? You found a resolution for, wow, we're going to address like people's concern on, I don't know, like high-end manufacturing, like high-end microchip manufacturing using power and water and fresh water. Well, that's great. We could definitely do that by just going all in on next gen, fourth gen nuclear power on our coastline, hardened underground, and co-locating nuclear desalination plants that uses the waste heat to deal with both electricity and water. Right? So that, of course they're going to bitch about, it's not only the amplification of the issue, it's amplification of things that undermine optimal resolutions of the issue. Well done.
I also found the book supporting what Sean was saying, that these people take advantage. It's Unrestricted Warfare, not Low Limits. Unrestricted Warfare by authors Kiao Liang and Wang Xiangshui, published
So,
in
Monkey, I
1999.
think you should just post these in the group. So, because I want to make sure that we go through the twos a lot, because a lot of people are waiting. But you could just
Okay,
make it.
I
Yeah,
will.
yeah, yes.
I'll make a post.
Thank you.
I think we have all the two. Oh, one last comment from Shauna. Go ahead, Shauna. Close us out.
No, okay. Shana, go ahead. Short, so we could.
Oh, yeah. It's fine. I was just gonna say that I think that there are probably plans to build them somewhere good, and I kind of lost my thought because we're gonna move on. So let's just move on.
Okay. Let's go. Let me just, because Nail Bunny has an important topic today. How many for is she still here? Yeah, she's still here. Just don't want to miss that.
She's
How many
next.
more? Okay, she's next. Fantastic. Okay. So we got 3 super chats. The IDF Killed Children account saying, Armin Habibi, tell us your stance on the Mitzvah I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's a Jewish thing. Direct olar sucking, I think. Suctioning. Do you feel bad for the infants being taken advantage of and perishing from this pedophile tradition? So he's talking about the fact that in some Jewish communities, when the infant is born, they cut the penis for the they do the circumcision, and then the rabbi sucks the blood from the baby's penis. and that's something that some Jews do. And actually, yes, that is disgusting, and I'm against it. And I know many other Jews that find this disgusting and they're against it. And I think it should be legal. And I think every single Jewish person who does that should be jailed for doing that, and the family members of the baby that allowed it from happening. So, in fact, I have criticized it many, many times. Some people agree with me, some people disagree with me, but this is something that I have. See, I think your mind doesn't understand that I could be pro Jewish people, pro Israel, and at the same time have these criticism. I think your brain cannot
Yeah,
comprehend that. I think you do not understand. Yeah, I have this. I am very much against this practice, and so are many of my Jewish friends are also very much against this practice. And I don't have to be 0 or 1 about something. I am very much pro. You think you are so one-sided with your views that you think that I'm just because I'm pro-Israel, I'm pro-Jewish people, I'm going to support everything and anything every single Jewish person does, and I don't. Obviously, there are practices within the community, every community, that is bad, that I find disgusting, and this is one of them. I find that disgusting and a crime, and I've said that for years. And many like people don't call me anti-Semitic because of it, because they know that's the specific thing that I'm very much against. So yeah, again, only a one-dimensional binary person thinks that thinks like that. You think that I'm 100% supportive of everything that happens by Jews or by Israel, like by everybody in
he's
Israel.
that,
It,
though.
what? Not
I feel like I got to point something out. It's not direct
yeah,
contact. It's through a scrawl. Like he's lying. He's literally lying about the
no.
practice.
So
I don't even
so
want to give
so
it any
monkey, like
credibility.
wait till wait. You know, you could we could finish, but wait until I'm finished, right? I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to regarding him being lying. This does happen. I've seen it happen, and it's disgusting. So I'm not saying that this is I'm not suggesting that this is what the Jewish faith teaches, but some people do this, and it's disgusting. It is, and look at this. Israelis in the chat are agreeing with me that this is disgusting. So it is disgusting, and I don't, and most Jews don't do this, and I wouldn't be surprised if most Jews condemn this. Yeah. What did you want to say, Monkey?
That apparently this is like if it's done, it's a very very small amount. Most people use a straw, like a special straw for this. It's not direct contact. He's suggesting that it's always direct contact, and this, just as far as I know, and I have to check on this, this isn't true. Like this is something that, like, it's like saying Westboro Baptist are like all Christians. This is just
I don't.
not true.
I don't care. I don't care how many. When right now, I don't care how many people do this. There are people. I know in New York it's done in some synagogues. I know in Israel it's done. I know in some Jewish communities they do it, and I condemn it. And I think it's disgusting, and I think it's vile, and I think it should be a crime. And I know many Jews agree with me, and I don't have to be 100% tribal to be like, oh, I support Israel, so therefore I support this. Like it's retarded that somebody thinks like that. That you think you're 100% for. It's almost as this, and it's almost the same low IQ level of thinking to say like, "Oh, I love the United States. Oh, Armin, you love the United States. What do you think about I don't know the KKK? Oh, the KKK is American, so you support the KKK? Like, what the fuck? Are you retarded? No, I don't support the KKK. I love the United States, and I don't support the KKK, which happens to be in the United States. So no, I do not support this. It's disgusting and it's a crime. And the fact that you thought that this is a got you shows how stupid you are to think that I would support I would support something like that, and I don't. It should be a crime, and it's disgusting that it's not a crime like in New York. The fact that they allow this to do, they allow some Jews to do this in New York. I think it's disgusting, and I think most Jews that I'm friends with also find it disgusting that this is allowed. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. So this is hey IDF kill children account. This was not the got you that you were hoping for, was it? Nope. It backfired on you. It ended up being an opportunity for me to show that I'm capable of not thinking in zero, not do black and white thinking. Okay, Fleshy Interloper, thank you so much for the super chat saying CCP is a near perfect example of a racist state. 100% true. 100% true. Good example. By the way, I'm so happy that when I said this, most Jews in the YouTube chat and Jews in the in our group chat here are agreeing with me. This also confirms that I was right about what most Jews think about this.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.